Another. Locked. They keep trying to get into locked cars. Nope. Not that one. Locked. Nope. Locked. Amy Jo finally opens the car.
Finally.
Beware, adventurers, for I am the Panda Lord. Do you accept the challenge of my Pungeon? Just watch your step, because after all, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few legs. 11 out of 10 pundits agree this is a wild and crazy ride, chock full of cruel and unusual punishments. Pledge, if you dare, with the dozens of ruthless riddles, pungent creatures, terrible traps, playful prisoners, and magical items to find. Will your wits be enough to defeat me, the Panda Lord? Don't say I didn't warn you.
Hi.
Hey, hey, how you doing, man?
I'm living the dream. How are you, sir?
Also living the dream.
Excellent, excellent. I love the TMN T-shirt.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It's wow. I feel like Wayne and Garth for like 1 second.
It's a little more
Chop.
formal.
It was more formal. But you know, life's a party.
Yeah, so we're back with another Pungeon Quest stream here. Going to do some art for the game. Pungeon Quest is a Kickstarter campaign we're doing to produce a little randomized dungeon adventure set in the land of Eam.
A zine, as it were, a zine.
A zine.
Time we were streaming, we had just hit our first stretch goal, and it looks like we're going to hit our second stretch goal. Well, I guess technically we did hit our second stretch goal,
we did.
Which is fantastic. So let's keep that up.
That means we've got 6 more NPCs that'll be in the book.
Come out!
So that's exciting.
Favorite thing to work on. It's the best.
That's exciting. All right. I don't know whether to draw some witches or a sputter chef, which is a robot in the land of Eam that cooks. Sputter person.
Heppel. Let's see. I think a sputter chef would be pretty fun. It's like a Land of Eam automaton. Get some smooth jams going.
Yeah, we got some Supergiant Games Pyre music going on here
I love it.
by our buddy Darren Korb. All right. Well, you know what? We'll just see how it goes. The issue is I'm not like super 100% on the sputter, dude.
Always go for the witches. Witches.
Witches get stitches.
Wow. Well, it's because you know how important the legs are whenever you're drawing anything, and witches are an opportunity for interesting legs.
Or
I'd like
no
to see-
legs.
Or no legs, yeah. Or no legs at all. One wooden foot.
I'll see where this sputter business takes me.
Business.
Just draw circles and then undo them. That's how this process goes.
Next 35 minutes will be attempting to draw the perfect circle. Oven mitts. I love it.
Well, they're chefs.
Indeed.
Sputter chefs.
Will their chef hats be cloth or brass, though?
That is a good question.
Have like bandanas like sous chefs in like really fancy restaurants. Leaf tattoos.
I guess the question is like, were they built exactly to be chefs? So like brass hat was like built into it, or did someone just like reprogram them? The Punder Lord just like reprogrammed all these sputter.
So I feel that the Punder Lord would have taken great care with the detail of his Pungeon, and I also feel that in the Land of Eam, the level of like dungeon era tycoon industrialism would be sophisticated enough to have just sputter chefs, which seems funny to me. They were manufactured for the purpose of like, you know, taking pizzas out of the oven and, you know, flipping flapjacks.
So I'm like really tempted just to put like a mustache, like TikTok, but from Return to Oz. But
he's got that amazing talking mustache that does like the little motions, which is fantastic. The mustache on this guy gives him a particularly Italian look. I don't know why that is.
it's like Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, because TikTok, he's got that tilted like World War I doughboy helmet, which is great. Maybe if you give him like a Ron Swanson. A little pencil thin French one. Oh, gosh. Oh, the space where it would be shaved on the lip is genius, Ben. I love it. Of my kitchen. That gives the like speaker mouth has got like a kind of a Futurama vibe. Oh, jeez. Oh, it makes him so French. Ah, love it.
Oh, I've got my chef hat wrong.
Like those like paper doilies, things that go on the end of chicken legs. Name? What is that? What are those called? I've never. I've just looked up the history of these things. The paper frill has a bunch of different names. It was originally called a lady carver, or they call them turkey frills, turkey booties, but it was only there so that like on birds, you could keep one hand of like clean while you cut it off to serve it. If you've ever, I mean, most of the time I'm like ripping the leg off like a rotisserie chicken, and like my fingers getting dirty is not a part of the equation. but that's what
Got
it's for.
Teresa, yo yo yo, and Shadow 0284. We know that guy.
Welcome.
This is basically a Chef-O-Matic 5000.
That is the premise.
So I mean,
Cleaver though he's got in his hand there. It's he's ready to chop some limbs. Says I need one of those. Don't we all? Don't we all?
so this is for our Pungeon Quest Kickstarter that we've launched, which is just a dungeon full of puns. And the pun on this one is a bunch of sputter chefs come in and start seasoning all of the adventurers with, salt and pepper and condiments. And they repeatedly ask, "What are you?" And then they start attacking. The riddle is that you have to call yourselves seasoned adventurers.
Ooh, cringy, groany, and wonderful.
I think it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's classic comedy. I mean, my gosh. Aside from smashing a watermelon, I don't know what's funnier.
Gallagher?
That was a Gallagher joke. It's a little dated, but I'm 100.
We were just talking about Gallagher last night, James.
Really?
And I was looking at his Wikipedia page, and I actually read like the script for his show out loud to everybody, and it made them die.
Wait, I made them die. Wait, what? There was a Gallagher show? Oh,
Like
you
his
mean like
comedy show.
his comedy show? Got it. Yes. It's rough. It's rough. He's got a crazy story that his brother like tried to impersonate him or something. Right?
Yeah.
George Higgins, Ben mind flayed us. That's classic. I'm not sure I understand what that is, Ben, but the shape is slightly unfortunate.
It's only part. It's only part of. It's not fully finished here. Yeah, just figuring it out. Just gonna draw a whisk. that comes out of his chest.
Teresa says she used to play 3E and she's getting her kids into 5E. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
It's very cool. That's one of the things that kind of sparked us into doing Land of Eam RPGs, because we wanted to make a simpler, less crunchy, rules-friendly game that was kind of focused on the creative, so kids could get started but enjoy it as much as the adults did. Ben, what if his belly was an oven and he had 4 arms, and one is a whisk, one is a knife, one is an oven mitt, one is a spatula or something?
I like it. I like it.
Oven belly. It's a pizza oven.
Like a potbelly stove.
Yeah, that's great.
Excuse me while I Google all of these things for reference.
Rosie would fall in love. Maybe the butcher knife could be a little slightly more cleavery to indicate kitchen.
That's what I was trying to do, okay?
Sorry. Let me stamp all over your creative dreams, Ben Costa. No idea what to do for his legs, but I believe in you. Your goose is cooked, adventurers.
There's a lot of geese in Pungeon Quest.
That's true. There's 2 geese? 3 geese?
3 geese.
3 geese. Yeah, the Land of Eam has a lot of geese creatures. Stunning amount of geese metaphors. For no reason other than it just happened that way. You got your fungoose, your humungoose, your asparagus, poltergoose. What else? Bubble goose.
That's a lot of geese.
That's a lot of geese. Stanley 2 geese, says Joe Shigan. Sputter chefs over here. terrifying whisk used to beat adventurers' brains into a scramble.
I'll whisk you away into nothing.
It's going in Pungeon Quest. Cannon. Ship it. Al vischio mentre sole. Now, what program are you using, Ben, to do this concept design?
Manga Studio.
Ah, yes.
I've had Clip Studio for a while. I downloaded it, which is like the next iteration. I just like haven't used it. I'm so resistant to change, James.
I know you are. It's like you're just going to use it until it no longer receives any kind of service and just stops. It's just
It
decays.
doesn't. The same way I'm using like the 2010 version of Photoshop.
I don't even think I could remember how to use the 2000. Like I have the Creative Cloud, so like I'm on 2021 already.
I'm paying for InDesign for that, but I hear a lot of people complaining about Photoshop, like the new version.
I haven't really had any issues.
Like a lot of artists get crashes all the time.
Huh. I have yet to experience a crash, but I'm on 2021 as of today. So maybe I just haven't seen it. I've only used it a few hours today. George Higgins says, chat wants to know what is the best substance to whisk according to the Pungeon Lord.
Thanks for the question, chat.
I feel like goose eggs would be like the most accurate in-world answer, but it's not a pun, so I'm gonna see myself out.
Well, there's a lot of room for an egg pun.
That's true.
Hey, a mystery game. Thanks for stopping by. We
Yeah.
just saw on Twitch that Raw Ownage gifted us a sub to
Wow,
your channel, which is awesome.
that's exciting. I'm honored.
So thank you for coming. Oh. What
Oh,
kind of emotes
cool.
you got?
Oh, there they are. Love it. We gotta get some. We gotta get some sweet emotes, man. For the Twitch. For the Twitch, you know.
Yeah. Is it? Do you have to have like a certain number? You have to be like a
I think so. You
affiliate.
you
or
have to be
whatever?
like a power user, and we're not. We're certainly not Twitch power users, even though we're learning. Because our stream goes to Twitch. It also goes to YouTube and Facebook. So we're kind of streaming to all of our audiences, and Twitch is our little itty bitty one, but it's fun to use. I streamed myself playing video games a few times, and that was fun. I appreciate the spices there. It seems so obvious, and I overlooked it in my brain. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, you know what I mean?
What's going on with your mic there?
Hello?
It's a lot of noise.
Let's just maybe I gotta get my cord has been devoured.
I've muted you because it's pretty awful. It's pretty awful. Looking to get 4 more, just waiting for some spare cash. You have to affiliate, which is 50 follows. Okay. Cool. Is it better now?
Is it better? Can you hear me? Is it
Yeah, that's
rumbly?
better.
I just unplugged it and plugged it back in. Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Yeah, I think your cat like ruined your cord, man.
Yeah, she did. She's been trying to eat this cord for a while, and it's all right. I'll get a new one. Life goes on. 50 follows. Oh, that's right. My brother is a video game streamer, and he had to get 50 follows and the 2 to 3 to get his emojis, his emotes. He is at Gordaka, I believe. Gordaka. The ear flip of bug. I love it. The legs.
It's got legs.
He's got legs.
Knows how to use them.
Yeah, he does. He knows how to use them. And he knows how to, pan fry kipper. He knows how to make sausage and pepperoni and linguine and lasagna and rigatoni and fettuccine and all the eenies.
All the eenies you can think of, this guy, he's got it.
Mm-hmm. Super Giant Games music with this character is hilarious to me. This is from Pyre? What is this one?
Yeah.
Pyre is good. It's a me, Sputter Chef.
It's a me, Mario. Super Mario.
Playing some Super Mario Brothers or what?
What percentage of people do you think say Super Mario as opposed to Mario?
Pretty high, I think. Higher than you would imagine. We know 100% that Rick Moranis says Mario. It's Canadian.
I think it's like an East Coast thing. It's like
I
New
think
Yorkers say Mario.
Yeah.
Like Pat, friend Pat. Didn't he
He
say
says-
Mario?
He calls video game levels boards.
Yeah.
I don't know if he says Mario. In my heart, he does. You gotta beat this
Oh yeah,
board.
Super Mario Brothers. I got to the
40th board.
8-3 board.
8-3 board. Classic. Have you ever beaten Super Mario Brothers 2?
No,
I don't.
I've seen it being beat.
Was it Corb? Did Darren beat it? I think Darren's beat it.
That was like back in the day. I think
Yeah.
maybe my brother and his friends or something.
Oh, right. I probably played Super Mario Brothers 3 the most of all the Mario Brothers because there was a point in high school where I played it every day. But
Super
like
Mario.
And I beat Super Mario Brothers 1. That was like the first game I ever beat outright, and I remember feeling really proud. But then when I played Super Mario Brothers 2, I found it impossible. I just like the mechanics were really hard for me. I couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
I mean, well, what's the story? It wasn't actually meant to be a Mario game.
Right. And
But
it's got a lot of weird like elements in it that
it added a lot to like the mythos of Super Mario. You got
It did.
Luigi, who's all jumpy.
Right. Yeah, George confirms it was reskinned. Kind of an odd choice, considering the success of Super Mario Brothers 1, but I don't know
Well,
the
they were
business.
probably like, we got to pump something out. We got
right.
to capitalize on the success of Super
Right.
Mario.
That's the story of all sequels generally. We got to pump something out. Police Academy 2, ship it. Short Circuit 2, RoboCop 2. It's like they're all bad.
Police Academy 2 is kind of good.
Yeah, you're right. I take it back. Police Academy. I take that back. Jeez, no. Police Academy 2 is pretty good. And I would argue that they're all good so long as Steven Gutenberg is in it. And that really, I mean, they're not good. You gotta understand how Ben and I talk.
They're good.
It's like, yeah, we don't actually think that they're great films or have a lot of merit. There's just like a goofiness for hate crimes against Academy 2. No, it's like they got the 80s like kind of gritty, not gritty, what's the word I'm looking for?
Campy?
It's like campy, yes, jeez. Campy. Gritty. Oh yeah, there's nothing.
Like a RoboCop.
Yeah, but
universe.
yeah, RoboCop is gritty. No, don't get me wrong. RoboCop is super gritty. We were just talking about that on another stream. Like RoboCop has like one of the most horrifying scenes in any movie I've ever seen. It's like haunts me to this day. RoboCop 2 is pretty dark though, man. It's like it's grim and lacks any of the, I'll call it, charm of RoboCop 1. Just like dark and horrible. George says, I want a gritty Police Academy reboot revolving around hooks. It's called Freeze Dirtbag, and in it, she becomes like a vigilante cop. She becomes Frank Castle.
It's set in the Demolition Man universe.
What? She's frozen in the 80s, and then they bring her into the future where she becomes like a hard cop and has to take down Wesley Snipes. Oh gosh. Police Academy Demolition Man reboot. Wow. George even knows Wesley Snipes' character's name.
Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix comes back from the future, Costa. And it mirrors the plot line of Terminator. Except for Simon Phoenix has to take out Officer Hooks. And he's got to get through the rest of the Police Academy to do it.
Proctor!
So it's like Terminator meets Simon Phoenix meets like some sort of a Muppets sticking together in a not G-rated Police Academy. It's looking beautiful, man.
I will be right back after these messages. I have to take care of my dog here.
No worries. Take care of the bug. So while Ben takes care of the bug, I'm going to hang out here and answer questions. And look at this beautiful piece of artwork for the chef. This is a sputter chef that Ben is designing specifically for the Land of Eam Kickstarter that's going on. Actually, I'm sorry, it's a Pungeon Quest Kickstarter. Kickstarter is doing this amazing annual event called Zine Quest that is filled with a bunch of independent creators that put together little tiny zines that's filled with tabletop RPG content like adventures or mini games and stuff like that. And so when Ben and I found out, we got super excited and wanted to kind of visit our roots of like creating zines and mini comics and all that stuff. And so we dropped everything that we were doing to jump into Zine Quest with Pungeon Quest. And so we've creating some characters here. Ben is drawing the Sputter Chef, which is a pun because Pungeon Quest is a random dungeon set in the Land of Eam universe that's filled with puns and goofy things, and it's super cringy, groany, and fantastic. And so if you like it, and that sort of humor in your D&D games, because it's system neutral, jump on over to Kickstarter and give us a pledge. We just hit our second pledge goal, and once we hit our third pledge goal, things are going to go crazy. We're going to add even more content to the Pungeon Quest book. Zine.
To clarify, this creature here is not a pun in itself, but it's part of a pun encounter.
Right.
Pun riddle.
Pun riddle. A piddle. Look at that hat. That's how you know he's in charge. The taller the hat, the more in charge you look.
Is that how it works?
It's just assumed, like, you go back in the day, people's hats are like crazy. Like the bigger the hat, it's like, oh man, that guy must be the king. It's like Louis the 40th. His hat is a giant bird.
It's good to be the king. Well,
George asks, are there different sputter chefs, like a sous chef, pastry chef, etc.? Yes, there are. The Land of Eam, the industrial complex of the Land of Eam, and it's so sophisticated that the shrimp engineers that create these guys have gotten it down to like really specific types of sputter chefs that you can order for your organization. This is probably a more general model, but I expect there's like noodle chefs. They're just like giant noodle machines, autonomous noodle makers. Not to mention, there's definitely got to be like a panini guy.
yeah, definitely. Definitely paninis.
Waffler, there's like waffle guy, like anything you would find like at a La Quinta motel breakfast is going to be a sputter machine.
La Quinta. La
Um,
Quinta.
Jeez. Like one guy is just a giant toaster. Another's like a Cuisinart.
I mean, this guy's got it all.
This guy's brother's a slap chop.
That is awful. But it's canon.
It's canon. That's all it takes, guys. That's all it takes. It's just a race to the stupidest thing, and then it's canon. Oh man. Oh, we got some paprika in there, or what?
Oh, yeah.
Some salt.
Something real spicy.
Like a
Messes with the
cayenne.
eyes.
Like a ghost chili powder over here, you know what I mean?
Ghost pepper. That's another pun.
It is. Let's make a note of that one. Let me write it down. Ghost pepper. Sergeant Ghost Pepper. This makes me want to throw a magical basketball.
A magical basketball.
You were listening to the tunes of Darren Korb from Supergiant Games Pyre.
This makes me want to play NBA Jam.
Razzle dazzle, he's on fire from downtown. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. He's a spotter chef, this guy. I love that he's got like a hamburger helper hand.
I like that you're putting my deep, like, subconscious thoughts into words. I knew it made sense.
Because I know your brain, dude. I know your brain. Hamburger helper is kind of a weird mascot, like the severed hand that like has a face in it and makes, ground beef noodle dishes.
That's weird.
Is he an oven mitt? He's not. He's not an oven mitt. He's got fingers.
No, it's the hand of Chef Boyardee that was
Is that
severed in an accident.
Yeah, you had me. I would have believed you if it wasn't so shocking. It's the hand of Chef Boyardee. Some sort of huge meta brand move. It's like the Sauron of pasta. The hand of Chef Boyardee. The pasta samurai.
I can't believe we had like a whole campaign centered around Pasta Samurai. It's a true story, folks.
It's a true story. It's almost impossible to explain. I don't remember how it happened other than... How did it start, Ben? It was like...
Rigatoni Samurai is like something I said.
And then it just spiraled out of control, like pepperoni no dachi and like... But Chef Boyardon as their king or whatever was the shogun. The noodle shogun. Rigatoni Samurai. Rigatoni Ronin. A novel by Ben Costa.
It's true. I wrote it. No one's ever going to see it because it's terrible. But it's
I've
a
read it.
500. Well, yeah. But it's a 500-page novel about a piece of rigatoni that gains sentience and travels with Marco Polo, like, to the east. Gets attacked by Japanese pirates on the coast of China during that time, and then makes it to Japan and learns the way of the samurai.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like... it's kind of like... it reminded me a little bit like Chuck Palahniuk. It's like... It was really... meets Chinatown. It has like a noir aspect to it that I think was unexpected but welcome at the same time.
Period noir is really what I was going for.
And it's a dense fiction. I mean, it was a bold move to make the first 3 paragraphs a run-on sentence. And then for each chapter to be 190 pages long before, we're introduced to a new location, setting, conflict, or character.
Yeah, well, I really wanted to get across that, like, we're dealing with a piece of rigatoni that has not yet gained sentience. And so there's the first 190 pages are just
us coming to terms with the fact
interpretation
that
of
this is an inert piece of rigatoni.
exactly.
In a dry packaged box, in a Van Nuys Albertsons.
No, it takes place during the time of Marco Polo. You weren't listening.
I must have misinterpreted chapter 1.
Well, there is like this section where it's kind of from the point of view of his ancestors.
Who are, essentially. I mean, what I found odd about his ancestors is that they weren't pasta themselves, but they were an awesome blossom from Applebee's. And each little blossom flower fried had its own story to tell, which really, considering you only had 500 pages to tell the story, and that the first 60% of the book is either a Van Nuys flashback or the description of this inert rigatoni.
Well, there's also the chapter about the shift manager at the Van Nuys warehouse. Goes kind of entirely into his backstory and
You had
the conflict with his family and his wife.
And
they're kind of going through a rough patch.
The drug addiction too, I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's Ben's book, Rigatoni Samurai. I would expect to see that from,
If you subscribe to our Patreon, that's one of the rewards.
That's not true. That's not true. That book doesn't exist. Although I kind of wish it did now. It'd be a hell of a read. 190 pages about an inert piece of rigatoni. It's nuts as he only becomes a samurai in the last half page. It's kind of a talk about a wow ending. It takes him less than 2 sentences to adopt the principles of the Hagakure. And
well, on some levels, he's already known it his entire existence.
That's deep. That's deep. Look at that apron there. This guy is coconut. This guy.
Drawing circles is hard.
Cheat whenever I'm sketching in Procreate because you can hold it down and it'll make a perfect circle. But then it's a little too perfect, and I don't know what to do, so I cry.
Yeah. You don't want it too perfect because then all your other lines will look weird.
True.
Half my drawing technique is trying to lean into being imperfect. Like in book 3, I made really no attempt at like making straight architecture. It was like all wonky. It's so much easier.
Well, but I would argue that the wonkiness gives it texture and flavor for like the time period that Land of Eam is in. You know, Rickety
Just the
Stitch is
1930s.
wow. It's very noir. It's in fact in the first 190 pages of Rickety Stitch, he's just a piece of rigatoni inert on a shelf. It's crazy. But I like the imperfect, wonky, piecemeal nature of like Rickety Stitch's world.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I was leaning into it, like not trying to make it like sleek.
Kitchen's a little rough, you know what I mean? He's got some dings and bumps and bruises and scrapes and scratches.
How's the backer situation over here, huh?
150. Stretch goal 2 has been unlocked. What is the next stretch goal? 300?
I think it's 250.
Correct. At 250, so 100 backers more, we will have 8 more punny creatures added to the book, which is sweet.
I think it's possible we get to that one.
I think we'll get there. A lot of great Zine Quest stuff as well. And trying to figure out all the ones I want to back as quickly as I can before it's too late.
Yeah. One that looks interesting to me is Realms of Peril.
I have that tab open on my computer right now. It looks great.
And just the project like page looks amazing.
It does. Animation is incredible. Look at that whisk. He's gonna scramble some heads.
Whisk. It's pronounced whisk.
Whisk. A whisk.
I'm trying to understand whisk.
It's a difficult thing to understand. This can't be trusted.
All these things you take for granted, you know, and then you look at them and like, well, there's some simple looking whisks, but there's also some more complicated ones. You know what I mean?
I do. I'm a genuine whisker of things, so I hear what you're saying. A whisk.
Okay, I think that's pretty good.
Awesome.
Pretty good. We're at an hour. Should I like color, or I mean like shade this on stream?
If you wish. George says he loves it. That means love.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you marry it, George? Kind of reminds me of Conky.
Yeah.
Conky.
Conky.
Pee-wee. Please, Pee-wee. Please,
Pee-wee.
We got like Paya right here.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I just want you to know and remember that Conky's repairman, Johnny Wilson, was played by Jimmy Smits.
Yeah. Cowboy Curtis was played by Lawrence Fishburne.
Yep. Larry Fishburne, credited. A lot of superstars in this show, you know what I mean?
Jambi is the guy from UHF.
He is. And Seinfeld. Plays the Puerto Rican guy's significant other that are always bullying Kramer.
Classic.
Look at that Grady. Look at that. He's like a potbelly stove, this guy. He's you know. Conky. Cherry.
Shelly.
Chalet. Chalet. What was the name of the pterodactyl? Terry? Right? Did you just say that?
Yeah. I think so.
My brain.
Randy.
That's I was just like the
Hey,
the bully.
Pee-wee.
The bully marionette. Hey, Randy. So funny.
Now, I think I don't want to make the whole thing dark. Kind of make the other stuff shiny. You know what I mean?
I do. King of cartoons.
The king
Of cartoons. He was my favorite. He was so magnanimous.
There were two of them.
Cartoon Kings?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm thinking of the older gentleman. I dig it. He's gonna chop some zook. Some
Zucchini.
Zucchini. It's another kind of eenie that he can handle.
For the salt and roiling sea, the moon began to cry. The valley ran with sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty morning over the brine lies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise. Oh, oh, the place where
It's great.
her foe
It's classic.
Classique.
Titan manor and on its prow, forsaken by tides. In death she leaves her stain on the place. The tempest never dies. Her final throes and shivers and shakes 1,000 years gone by. Oh, oh,
It's a great effect.
The wonders of Photoshop.
Oh yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do?
I got to get that salt and pepper in there. Salt.
Salt. Now is it both salt and pepper in that? Kind of like a seafood restaurant, or?
Great question.
I mean, because I imagine this guy's eating a lot of crab. Great question. You know what? That's a great question. I'm gonna field that one. Yes. It's Lowry's seasoning salt.
Exactly. You know what? I'm going to call this done.
Ship it. I love it. Sputter Chef. Pungeon Quest.
You don't want to cross this guy or he'll make you into mincemeat. Okay?
Yes, you will. And he'll cook you, okay? Mm.
Now, if you would like
Dang
to
old Chef Boyardee.
experience the Sputter Chef in RPG form, go ahead and back Pungeon Quest. Link forthcoming. Here it is. This is our Kickstarter that's live right now. We lost James for a second, but
I'm back.
Pungeon Quest is live. We've got 150 backers right now, which meets our second stretch goal. So the Pungeon is expanded already. Doubled the number of NPCs, doubled the number of magic items, and the sky's the limit, really, for Pungeon Quest. Okay, it's the next big thing in.
It's
I couldn't even get through it.
Yeah, so if you love the punniness, like the puns, then check out Pungeon Quest. Give us a pledge. We would really appreciate it, and it will help us create some more amazing stuff.
Indeed. Thanks for hanging out, Georgie boy. We'll catch you on the flip side, and but maybe we'll stream in the next day or two. We'll see.
Yeah.
Playing it by ear. All right. Bye-bye now.
Take it easy, guys.